Welcome to Azrael Code Lab. In this video we will see how to make a chatting or messaging app in WPF. I kept a very simple interface. I am not focusing much on the interface. That would be covered in another video. So don't bother about the UI. It would be a simple one without any stack panel or column definitions or row definitions and triggers. I have opened 3 windows here. I need to log in first. Just gonna pick a random name for login. For login also just enter name and login. No password anything needed. That's it, Sam is logged in. Let's add another user. Now Bob is logged in. Now I will try to send a message. In the user list you can see the active users. Okay, now the message is sent from Bob. Let's see if Sam received it or not. Sam gets the message from Bob. Now reply him back. Let's add another user to the chat. It's gonna be Jim. Jim is also logged in. Now you can see there are 3 users here. So whoever sends the message, all the active users can see the message. So here you can see this console application tracks whether server is running or not and which user logged in and who has left. So that's it, let's quickly jump into Visual Studio. Now open Visual Studio. First create a new project, a WPF project. You can also choose a Windows Forms. That's all up to you as we won't be focusing much on layout. Now add another project. It would be a console application. Call it chatting server. Add another project. This would be a class library. Let's call it chatting interfaces. Here we will put all our interfaces that are required. We don't need this class deleted. We need to add a new item to the chatting server project. This new item gonna be a WCF service. WCF stands for Windows Communication Foundation. This is a framework for building service-oriented applications. Using WCF, you can send data as asynchronous messages from one service endpoint to another. Its name gonna be chatting service. It adds 2 files, one is an interface, another one is a class. This gonna be our service contract. A service contract means the collective mechanisms by which a service's capabilities and requirements are specified for its consumers. It tells more things about a service, like message data types, operation locations, the protocols the client will need in order to communicate with the service. Remove the do work method, we don't need that. Remove it from the interface as well. Now move this iChatting service interface to chatting interfaces project. And one more thing, don't forget to change the namespace of the interface to chatting services. Now add reference of the chatting interfaces project to the chatting server. Add a service behavior attribute here. This attribute is used to apply behavior at the service level. Service behavior attribute contains parameters that assist in specifying the behavior of service. Concurrency mode is used to specify the thread support for service. The value of this property indicates that either the instance of service handle one thread or multiple thread that execute concurrently. In our case it would be multiple, as we are sending messages to multiple users at the same time. Instance context mode. This parameter is used to specify the lifetime of service object. Its value would be single. That means one instance of service for all calls. Now we have to create our service model. Open app.config and remove the service model. We're gonna create our own. Now right-click on app.config, then click on WCF configuration. Click on create a new service. Then click on browse. Then click on bin. Then on debug. Okay, we need to build our solution first. Build is successful. Now follow the same process, browse then bin then debug. Click on chatting server exe file, then click on open. Select TCP Communication Mode here. TCP is a connection-oriented communications protocol that facilitates the exchange of messages between computing devices in a network. For port you can choose anything. I will select 8000, and for name it would be chat service. Then click next, and again next. For the endpoints I will choose a name, it's gonna be chat service endpoint. Then save it and exit. Click Yes to all. Now our service model is ready. Now come to program.cs. Here I'm gonna create an instance of chatting service. Service equal to new chatting service. Using service host equal to new service host. Now pass the chatting service instance service here. Host.open to open connection. Now I will print a message to the console, like server is running or server started. Console.readline, so that if someone hits enter then the console shouldn't be closed. Now we have to create service model for our client. Now right click on app.config, then click on WCF configuration. We have to create a new client, click on create new client. This is similar process as we earlier did. Now go to the chatting interfaces folder. Bin, then debug, then click on the DLL file, and then hit open. This is all similar as earlier. Endpoint address must be same as earlier. For the endpoints I will choose a name, it's gonna be chat service endpoint. Then save it and exit. That's it, we are good to go now. We will continue remaining things in the next video. For more stuff like this, subscribe my channel and hit the like button.